species that survive are not the ones that are strongest or the sturdiest, the ones who are quickest to adapt. I think that's important. Let me start by asking a couple of questions, and not really questions. I want to grumble, I want to crib, and just try to figure out if those cribbings or those grumbles sound to be realistic of a typical workplace today. You may have seen, or you may have observed, or you may have seen elsewhere, if not in your organization. Those could be like, come on, I'm just wasting my time, just too much of operational work. हाँ यार बहुत ज़्यादा, और even that boss also just continues to do the operational work. यार मेरे friends बताते हैं कि वो बहुत strategic काम करते हैं. हाँ यार पता नहीं हमें कब मौका मिलेगा. We are just simply doing the operational work. You know what? My friend who works in American Express Bank in America, he was telling me that he does a lot of strategic HR, strategic business partnering. I wish we also had the same opportunity. So does this sound to be familiar?
Very familiar.
How many of you can relate to it? Just raise your hands.
Everyone, I believe.
Most of
everything.
the other side of the grass is always
And
green.
I understand that there are some business managers also here, right? I think a couple of them, right? Business managers. Now let me also put myself in the shoes of business managers, people who manage P&L. Typically, if I'm talking to them about their HR experience, typically, and if their responses is, yeah, I think HR team is okay, they are doing a okay job, but I think there are a couple of areas where I would expect them to help me more. What are those? If they could sit down with me, try to help me figure out which are my talented people that I should retain, which are the niche competencies in my kind of business that I should develop, which are the competitive competencies that I don't have but I must have. If my HR people could sit down and discuss with me and advise me and help me develop, I think my life will be easy. By the way, does that sound to be a good?
Yes.
Does it appeal to you, sir? Does it appeal to you? Now my question to all the HR professionals here is, just imagine if there is somebody who helps you to take care of all your operational work, right? And if technology can do that, if technology is able to replace all your operational work, all your repetitive activities that consumes lot of your cerebral time, right? Lot of your mental energy and lot of your bandwidth, intellectual bandwidth, will you not be happy? Because to that extent, you can focus much more on the strategic HR, right? Will you be happy or not?
Yes.
I think in that case, I agree with what Sanjay said, that we shouldn't be worried too much. So that was a very simplistic answer with respect to whether technology will replace HR. Now let me take you back to something like maybe 15 or 20 years ago. About 20 years ago, HR actually did not exist. HR was called as P&A, Personnel in Administration Department, right? And what Personnel in Administration Departments did was very different compared to what HR is doing today. And what HR will be doing in 5 years' time will be way different compared to what we are doing today. So it's a continuous process of evolution. Things change, they evolve for the better as a response to what is happening in the environment. They don't disappear. HR in the times to come shall not disappear. And I make this statement, and you can hold me to this statement even 5 years from now. It shall not become obsolete. It shall not disappear. What will change is the kind of activities it is doing now. Those will undergo a lot of change. Repetitive activities like resumes parsing, that will be taken over by robots. That will be done by machines. Lot of number crunching that you do today. I'll just give an example. A couple of days ago, we were having a discussion with the team from Tableau. You know, just imagine if today I ask you, if I ask my team members to give me an analytics on the attrition. You know, give me an analysis on the attrition, division-wise, region-wise, zone-wise, city-wise, business-wise, division-wise, age-wise, longevity-wise, their performance rating-wise. You know, so many cuts, right? It takes probably long hours for one to do, right? Just imagine if a machine, and there are tools available. Tableau is one such tool which does it. So I was just sitting with this team, and so many cuts they are able to immediately present to you in a very nice graphical manner.